Another day, another video, yeah? So I'm just thinking about Mr. White here. Mr. White man, white supremacy face. It's just the face of white supremacy, the body of white supremacy. The brain, the mind, and the real voice here that commands things is the white man. Yeah? But this face of white supremacy, white man here, yeah? We live in a world here in the West. I think this is basically, they try to spread this internationally, that the most desirable man here is the white man, and that this is literally the best man of all men here. I'm going to tell you how this is a big lie here, especially if you are a non-white woman here. This is not just a black woman, what I've seen throughout my life here, because I have been around women from basically every angle of the earth who have been in relation with white men, who have children by white men. And I can say that they all have something in common here. I would call it having fatherless children. Yeah, you're having a fatherless child with a present father. There's something that is called that, a fatherless child with a present father. I'm going to tell you how you now end up having a fatherless child with your father being present. Because as from what I'm seeing here, women, we have way more to lose, and we're sacrificing more by being with a white man than our men being with white women. Because the way mankind as a whole was created is that everything evolves around the man. Everything is around the man. It is the man who approaches you, the woman. It is the man investing in time hunting you around. He is the one initiating a relationship with you. He's the one leading everything. It requires your willing participation, but he's the one in control here, yeah? This is now the first step into how, as non-white women, we have more to lose. We go through more BS with white men compared to our men being with the women here. And we end up having fatherless children for another day. I mean, I'm telling you, I have seen this in Brazilian women, other Latin women. I've seen this with black women, Asian women. They literally have fatherless children. The husband is there being a father, but by the end of the day, these children are fatherless. Because the white race as a whole don't even look at these children as valid children. They don't. They don't look at these children as valid children. They don't get identity to father, something is that is a birthright. Because where the children come from again, yes, the man. He's the one who planted his child in your tummy. So it is his child, his seed. But you, the non-white woman with this white man, you give birth to his seed, his blood, yet your children don't get to have his identity. They don't get to get his words. They don't get to get his nationality even. Because your children are the product of your father. No, this is the plain truth. This is how white people see the children of white men with non-white women. They are the children of the fathers of their mother, not the children of their father who actually spurned them. You tell me now how did someone like Bob Marley become a black man when his father is a white man? Now, I'm not saying here that we don't deny the physical appearance here, but that doesn't mean now just because you're a mixed race person, now you should be completely removed from your father's household nationality and everything. Because that is your father. He fathered you, didn't he? That is where you belong. That's where your inheritance is. That's where your birthright is. That's where your legal right. Everything is from your father because he's the one who fathered you. But you, all your children, lose all of that with white man. They lose all of that with white man. It is something you find only with the white man. Because there's no other group of man here who live in a culture and society that would disqualify his children from having the same rights as his brother's children simply because their mother is from a different culture. This is only with the white man. This is only with the white man. Children are treated as if they are the children of your father instead of your husband, and they even discriminated against, persecuted, hunted, destroyed, and slaughtered like the animals they would do to your father and brothers. They're not your husband's children. He's just a sperm donor, basically. I'm just saying, this is exactly how you can perfectly sum up fatherhood of white man with non-white women. Especially when you give a son to this white man. That's even the worst, because with a girl, you can easily just claim that she's your daughter, she looks like you, yeah? But when it's a boy, he's supposed to more relate to his father, especially when we all know that males are the real inheritance of household and family here. Businesses you pass on to your son, the throne you give it to your son, the house you built you give it to your son. Is it more painful having a son with a white man than a daughter? Because with a daughter, all you have to do is just get her to relate to you, because you are the mom and she's a girl, so that is an easy job to just get past. But with a boy, however, that's a big problem, because he's not his father's son according to white society, and he's not going to get the inheritance of his father's son. He's not. I would say the best example is happening right under our eyes. This is not even our nose, in front of us. Just look at the British royal family here, the way Harry is being treated here. And these children look just like Harry. When Archie was born, did we all even question that that's Harry's son? The boy looks just like Harry, man. But how is even Archie treated now? Yeah, the king himself won't even acknowledge Archie no more. And the daughter that was born, Lilibet, she didn't even get any baptism here. As far as we know here, the royal house are not even in any specific relation with these children as members of the household, because the mother doesn't qualify as a white woman. This is what these children get. Harry is there as a father. He's giving them the provision, everything he has under the inheritance his family gave him. But in terms of his children actually being his children, that his family loves them, accepts them, have relations with them, and involves them in family affairs, no, the children are excluded. They're fatherless children. This is my point. They're fatherless children. This is what you get with the white man. This is what you get with the white man as a non-white woman. This is like the same situation all over the place. You can get all the easy life you want with this white man. Yeah, he might provide for you. You may be a 20-year-old someone from Puerto Rico. This white man is now in his 70s, 60. Yeah, he's giving you the mansion to live in. Yeah, your children get to go to the best public schools, but throughout these public schools things there, he put in a white school here, these children will know that they are not really their father's children. Yeah? Even children grow up and all that stuff, even though he gives them that inheritance, the white people still not look at them as the children of your husband. They're fatherless children. They don't have the name of the father, the respect of the father, the dignity, the entitlement. They don't get any of that because you do not pass for a white woman. I mean, like, white man couldn't care any less, because he's just getting a better woman here. Because we, by now, have been addressing the white woman, there are no problems here. You know, these white men who go to these non-white women, they just don't want to deal with the white woman in general, and they are happy with it. Okay, it doesn't matter, I don't have to deal with this white woman. I no longer he's no longer really that obligated to this woman, anything like that. So he couldn't care any less. But you as a woman, you are losing more and you're sacrificing more, and your children future as well. You're sacrificing because you did not create no child here. The man is the one who creates children here, not you. You're just bearing this child. I personally, I will not give my womb for a man to put his seed in it, that this seed is not even going to have the belongings and the entitlement, the birthright of their father. I'm not going to do that, man. I'd rather not. I'd rather not go through that BS, man. I'm just saying, man. You keep seeing this over and over again here. Even if you just start comparing white people's attitude towards mixed race kids here, white women's children versus white man's children, you'll find that there is a stronger hate, a stronger scorn directed towards white man's mixed race children versus white woman's mixed race children. There is a very strong difference there. Why is that? Because it's a bigger problem with white supremacy, white man's child versus white man's child, because like I said, man is not producing things. It's a man who gives heirloom, it's a man who passes over tradition, it's a man who passes over wealth, it's a man who passes over everything to his son. So white man's children, these are people right now, they are white children. Basically, if you're going to look at the legal rights of householdness, they are white man's children and they should be treated 100% like white woman's children, because they're white man's child just like white man's child with a white woman, the same man, the same seed. So of course there's going to be a greater hatred, a greater scorn towards white man's mixed race children versus white woman's mixed race kids. There again, our men go through an easier route mingling with white woman versus us going one for white man. I'm just saying that. And this man, in many cases, they like to turn women into babies here. This is something I find funny here, because a lot of white men claim that they prefer ethnic minority women because they're just more stronger, they have more character and things like that. But then they turn these women into white women. Like, if you guys take a careful look around with these white men, they have a trend of basically making women babies here. But somehow they want women to be independent, strong-minded, and all that sort of fight their white culture. Now you tell me, how is a baby going to fight and be a strong-minded woman, whatever here? You want a baby just like a white woman, but somehow you still think that that will fit the ideal role of a dominant, powerful woman. It simply doesn't work that way. Because cannot be a woman who can strategically organize and play a useful, respectful role in the community. Being like that, that's just impossible. I've seen around here childishness of a lot of these women with these white men, literally acting like children. Don't you hear? We're talking about acting like babies here. And this is what attracts these white men. Pedophile much? Oh, the same one. But when he will need help to solve his white supremacy problem, it is you, the baby he made, who is going to now become the strong woman for him. It's not going to work that way, man. It's not going to work that way, man. Because you don't just turn overnight into something you are not. Because you have not spent how many years being a baby, and then just like this, you're now a strong-headed woman. That doesn't work. I'm just saying, man, that doesn't work. But this white man would think that because to him, everything is a skin color. That you have the skin color of the woman that he has traditionally, historically, subject to suffering, pain, misfortune, abuse, where you, in the past, your ancestral women were forced to build on thick skin. They were forced to build on strong-mindedness. They were forced to have a survival mindset, survival heart in order to be anything in life. He now thinks that is your skin color curse. So that means you are just that woman, regardless, even though you never went through any of the things your ancestors went through. Your ancestors, they developed into that by force. They developed into that by force. But now this white man thinks that is a curse of your skin color. And you are just that regardless. At the same time though, you're going to be a baby diaper for him, and then you will just become that without suffering. Yeah? You're just going to become that without suffering. Yeah? I'm just saying, man. And it's you who's going to clean up all his mess when your children are not even recognized by white people. Now, how many of you know about this incident of this mixed race child in US somewhere who was involved, included in a family photo? This mixed race boy and then two white children, a boy and a girl. They were in a portrait here together as the children in the household here. And this is what it is, because they're all the children of the same white man. They're the same children, the same man produced all three of them. Now, down in line in history, as this father dies and his wife and everyone of that generation dies, the generation of these children in this photo, what do? They now erase this mixed race boy from the photo because he's not white. He's not a child of white woman. They just erased him. Just like that. Like he was never in that photo to begin with, because he's not white woman's child. He don't have the right to be in that photo, even though he have every right to be there. That's why he was there to begin with, because this is his father's house, and these white children are sibling because they have the same father. He have every right to be in that photo. But no, these white people, they just wiped him off that photo because it's not white man's son. Only now, again, modern day, a couple of 100 years later, to bring forth this boy from the photo, because, yeah, we can do that now with technology. The race boy now suddenly appear back on the photo. These are the kind of things you have to deal with today, and you will deal with this forever until white supremacy are out of the way. And this is white people's responsibility. You don't have no responsibility dealing with white supremacy and white behavior. This is their problem, their business. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just worried about my worth, my respect, and my self-interest. Because white supremacy is only about them and their self-interest. So if it's white supremacy, I couldn't care less about anything about them. I just care about my self-interest. And if you start thinking about your self-interest, you find that there's no way you and white supremacy get along whatsoever. That's just impossible. You find that you and white people have nothing to even have anything common. Because if you're really looking at your self-interest, because the white supremacy interest is everything about destroying you, devaluing you, and making you an enemy. So there's no way you can literally be bent on achieving everything according to your word, your self-respect, your self-dignity, and self-interest here, and get along with white supremacy. Impossible. I'm just saying that. But that's basically it for you guys.